So, you think getting a new camera can make you happy? The reality is, nothing can make you happy. In today's world, gas costs more than diamonds. Inflation. I spent $3,000 on food last month. 1 month, I have a comb-over horn. I planned this out good. What's to be happy about? You think a new camera's gonna make you happy? We gotta talk.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
I really should move that thing. That's bullshit. This is a bullshit shot. Fuji, it's your fault. Set design confirmed. Welcome to the cinema. So, I gotta be honest with you. I buy this Fuji XH2s at Aiden Camera. Thank you so much for the mildly appropriate deal for a YouTuber. You do realize who you're dealing with here. That should have been $17 max. Like as soon as I got it, before I even tested it, I was like, what else could I get? Canon C100? Buying new stuff doesn't appease the gods. There's no joy from it. Material items have never given you happiness, you know that. We all know it. But as dumb men who shave their heads and look like they have cancer, can't guarantee that I don't. It's a dangerous game when you acquire gear as a hobby. It's an expensive game and it can ruin families, but I enjoy the hunt. Hunting for deals, for things I don't need. It's fun, and it's an addiction, and we have to admit that to ourselves, so then we can overcome it somehow. Like I have a Fuji XH2s, a more dynamic range than your full-frame camera. You're jealous. Maybe not. For this shot, I'm bald. A7S III. Rival, if not superior, I have two of the best video cameras on earth. I should never be looking on Amazon warehouse deals, Aiden Camera deals, Camera Canada deals. I shouldn't be looking on used anything, eBay. I should be off this. I have the best. Go use it. No, I don't want to. I want to buy more gear. I'm a gear junkie freak. I inject it into my blood. I've done it. My green light died. That is some bullshit. You know the pain. You're probably in the same boat, somewhat. There's levels to this game of addiction in tech. I just bought a Zeiss Prime with a 4.2 toniature for the slight chance that there might be 3D pop, a spec that can't be measured by human eye technology. That's an addiction. It's gonna look like shit, and we all know it. I'll be honest with you, I do miss the days where all I had was a Panasonic G85 with a bullshit Mitacon manual focus lens from 10 feet away. I couldn't even see the screen, a pain in the ass, and my Sony X3000. That's all I had. It was terrible. I actually reverted to using the action cam indoors. Most of my videos starting off this channel were just vlogs inside with window lighting. High window lighting. The best lighting ever. I used to laugh at the competition with my cheap-ass G85, and then somebody donated a 15mm Leica lens, and the combo was so light and cheap, it outperformed anything that I have today, guaranteed. As long as you tap and lock, that autofocus. Most stable thing, when I walk now, with every camera I own, except the Olympus, I have to be so careful. I don't know what happened, but on the G85, I shot it out there, extended so far away to get like a wide angle with that 30mm equiv. Not one jerk. Sometimes when you move to the side, there was some catching up jerks. Those jerks catching up to me. Nobody could catch up to me. It was so smooth, and now it's like I have to be so careful. I can't even think my own thoughts, because all my energy goes into this arm, stabilizing it. Now, my friend, let us switch to a more relaxing portion of tonight's segment. We got some wildlife foot. Don't you dare click off. I've clicked things you dare click once. You click that like button and tell your friend to subscribe. You have a friend. I took the Sony out. I bought this Fuji for wildlife. Have a couple days of Sony footage already shot. I think I'm gonna go out today again with it and attempt the madness. Try to maybe manual focus or tweak some settings on the animal eye detect. We'll get something. But I got such magic on this little walk in a little pond. I think these are red-winged blackbird females, don't quote me on that, but look at the magic. Oh, he's like, hey, I'm coming, I'm a-coming. He's like, yeah, I get it. We've done this before, I don't really care, just where can I go? I want to leave you. Like, why can't I quit you? All this footage is shot on the Sony A7S III with the 200 to 600 no teleconverter. Just wanted to see what the stave was like. I find sometimes the stave is fine. Some of you jerks are like, this guy thinks he can handhold a telephoto. What is he doing? You can. And even with the Sony, it's just technique. I find a lot of photographers will tell you, put the viewfinder up against your forehead, and then you got this like 3-point contact, and no, it has to be away from your body and use pure inner strength. Because you sway. Those are what the swaying movements are, my forehead. So, we learned some stuff. This duck, even though it's like a bullshit shot, there's slight 3D pop, and I appreciate it. I appreciate that shot, Sony. You've done well in my eyes, and I forgive you for any of your bullshit color signs, your yellowish greens. That's Sony's problem, is the greens. It always looks muddy, like a swamp, even though it is a swamp. But this is what makes me think about gear all the time, just trying to get a better shot. But actually I have the best stuff, so I should really stop, but I can't stop it. I want to see, what does Fuji do? What does the Panasonic GH6 do? With the Leica 100 to 400, that would be so stable. Oh, wow. Oh, they don't let you use dynamic range boost in all the modes? Oh, no. So it's worse than GH5 dynamic range. Oh, they wouldn't have done that. Did they do that? As the red-winged blackbird searches the forest grounds for a tasty meal, an insect will die this night. Even though he's been chopped his head, he's losing his feathers as a mating habit ritual. Now, I don't mean to alarm you, but I got my favorite image ever captured so far. I've been out for hundreds of wildlife walks. This upcoming sequence, I just can't explain the beauty. I don't know if it was because the bird was so close to me or the lighting, it was getting late, something happened. Just let us unfold in our own hearts. The red-winged blackbird female gazes upon its leaf, wanting to eat a meal, and then it realizes, hey, am I being filmed right now? Oh my goodness, am I beautiful to you? I can't believe that somebody would appreciate me. My husband sure doesn't. He's off getting me disgusting bugs. I don't even like them. I don't know what it is about this shot. It's just so beautiful. Manual focus. It was happening in my life. That's the best thing I've ever done. I will never top that. Even though it was like a very common bird, that is the cinema, my friend. Don't pretend you can't get it. The rest of the day was just sheer and utter bullshit. Just tiny birds too far away from me because I didn't bring my teleconverter. Little tiny nuthatcher creeping around, just creeping. Not in my shot. This black and white thing. I waited like 6 hours for this thing to take off. You think it did? No. Not once. Just stood there until I stopped recording. Then he took off. And he took off hard. But he was just, I don't know what that is, but it's something magical. I'll tell you, it's rare. It's the first time I've seen it. Unless I've filmed it already, and you can debunk me in the comments. Now this next shot I got, I forgot about this. This might even have topped the red-winged blackbird female. This goose was like chewing a piece of grass, had like a toothpick look, cowboy toothpick geese, and then he looked at me like, what? It was so, I might use this over and over again in my channel. Oh, hey man. Hey, you eat what? Oh my God. That could work for so many lines. Oh, you shoot Sony color science? Oh God. Really? You would do that to your audience? Oh man. Future me, try to remember not to delete that clip. I need to save that in the archives. Let's just switch a notch. That was getting boring as hell for you. I understand it. I'm trying to see. Next to me is a absolute moron trying to figure out if this 240 frames per second can ever look nice. I feel like it can't. So I've turned noise reduction all the way up to see, because that's the biggest problem. It's just so noisy. Even if the sun moved right above you, you'd be like, no, sorry, we need a bit more light for this. I don't know what happened, Fuji. I hate you so much. So I'm just cycling through. We did, first was Astia. I figured that might be better. And then F-Log 1, and then F-Log 2. What is the cleanest? Are any of them usable? That's the biggest deal breaker. Because I was supposed to buy this, sell the Fuji X-T4, but the problem is, the X-T4 seems more stable and has better 240 frames per second. I'm losing so much. So like, but it's shit for YouTube, whereas this is way better. The gear, the gas, the addiction. People were standing by waiting for this dragonfly I was filming, and I was like, no, go ahead, come, you can walk. I knew as they walked, he would fly off in majestic fashion. They didn't know they were being duped into being in my movie. That was Sony 240 frames per second, and while it looks like absolute very soft and not very good, it's not like shockingly noisy. It's not like, what the hell happened to that shot? It's much better than the Fuji. It's so disappointing, that Fuji. Here's a rare sighting. I think that's a catbird on the bottom and a blue grackle up there on top, and they're hanging. I don't know if they're dating. Maybe it's not that serious. They're just friends. They're just visiting right now, hanging out. A bird flew. The catbird was like, oh my god. Grackle's still cool. He's like, who cares? Just a bird. Relax. I'll kill it if it ever comes near us. In our finale tonight, we have a plane while I'm sitting in a car and filming it handheld, in autofocus by the way, and I'm zooming manually, and it's the most stable footage of our time. I was actually got 3 offers for it to be in a movie. People are like, can I use that shot? That's just so good. I'm like, I don't know if I should. You only come across a shot like that once in a lifetime. I was lucky to be there. I'll take $70, $100 million. Or just refund me my money for this bullshit Fuji XH2s. Please. I wish I had more advice for you on how to like not be so obsessed with gear, but just know that when you buy more gear and you focus on that, it doesn't help. It does not help you. Even though it's so fun to do, your bank account shrinks, your joy also shrinks, but you have more gear. Yeah. It's not good. Stop doing it. But I can't stop. It's like a crack addict saying, stop smoking crack. Stop it. Like, I have to stop first and then lead you down a better path. I don't know what that path is. I feel like I like it. I should just give it all away and then go buy a used G95 as an upgrade. Huh? Like a 9mm? Boom? No? I can't do it. So, thank you for watching a Fuji episode today. Fuji XH2s. Fuji couldn't make this head beautiful. My problem was shaving the beard as well as the head. I'm so vulnerable. Who could love me? Somebody could. So, I'm gonna leave. I'll go. After you buy a Camera Conspiracies t-shirt. Oh no, I'm as bald as him. Oh no.